Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful SAISD Sports Complex. Tonight, the Lanier Vokes will host the Jefferson Mustangs. The Jefferson Mustangs come into tonight's game 0-4, while the Lanier Vokes are 2-2. But none of that matters right now because everything counts going forward. This is the start of district play. Stay tuned for the Martinez and Associates pregame show. We will visit with both head coaches, with head coach of the Jefferson Mustangs, Coach Badillo, and of the Lanier Vokes, Coach Tellez. I'll also break down tonight's matchup. Coach Robert Villafranca, I am Bobby Mendez, and the Arciadio Sports crew is ready to go. So we'll be back in just a moment for the Martinez and Associates pregame show.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be a $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez and Associates today at 210-337-1111.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of light, 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 light.
And we welcome you back here to SAISD Sports Complex for tonight being the very first game of district play. These two teams matching up, the Jefferson Mustangs and the Lanier Vokes. Jefferson Mustangs have not yet won a game, but they've been able to put some good games together. And Coach Villafranca, you had an opportunity to talk to Coach Badillo, who is in his first year here as head coach for the Jefferson Mustangs.
Bobby, the Mustangs 0-4 so far, but they've had their opponents have a record of 11-5. So some formidable opponents, very good defensive games in weeks 2 and 4 against Pleasanton. And then last week you had that one against Harlandale, allowing Harlandale only 15 points. We visited with Coach Badillo. Let's go to the visit. Good evening. We're here at the SAISD Sports Complex for the Jefferson Lanier football game tonight. This is the Martinez and Associates pregame show. We're visiting with Jefferson head coach, first-year head coach, Coach Randy Badillo. Coach, yes, thank you for your time.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Coach, first year at the helm. You were an assistant coach for many years. I'd like to start off with, what's the biggest difference between being an assistant coach and being a head coach? Congratulations, by the way.
I appreciate it, Coach. I would say the biggest thing is just a lot of the administrative role, a lot of the extra stuff, the X's and O's is definitely still the bulk of it. But all the extra stuff that goes along with it, it's probably the biggest.
There's some delegating to do, right?
Definitely.
Well, Coach, the non-district is behind us. All that non-district nonsense is behind us. It's time for district, the games that count.
Yes, sir.
And tell me, how do you see District 12-5A D2 shaping up for you?
Well, everybody's 0-0 right now, so it's anybody's game. I'm telling the kids, the team that makes the least mistakes, the team that's most disciplined and executes the best, has every chance at winning. And from here on out, it's a level playing field, and that district championship is at reach just as it is for everyone else. And so it's going to come down to us executing and doing what we need to do to get it done.
The Mustangs, all right, somebody's fired up. Hey, the Mustangs haven't got one in the win column, but there's 2 games as I go back and look at those 4. I feel the defense was just outstanding. Pleasanton in week 2, last week specifically against Harlandale, defense really showed up. You want to talk a little bit about the Mustang defense?
Yes, sir, absolutely. They're definitely leading our program. Against Pleasanton, they actually had two defensive scores, so they've been giving us a chance. Last week, they stepped up huge against a pretty good, Harlandale's a well-coached football team. That they had have an offense that could be explosive, and our defense stepped up and kept us in the game, and so our defense is definitely leading the way for us.
All right, well, 0-0 for the Mustangs, 0-0 for the Vokes. What's it going to take for the Mustangs to be 1-0?
Again, just execute, play with heart, leave it all on the field, and believe in themselves. it's more so about the Jefferson Mustangs than the opponent on the other side of the field. So if we do what we're supposed to do, we handle business, we should come out victorious.
Now, this is a game that I saw on our calendar early on and circled the date because I expect this one to be a good one.
Yes, sir.
Coach, again, congratulations. Best of luck tonight. Best of luck all season
I
long.
appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
Martinez and Associates pregame show. We're visiting with Coach Randy Badillo, the head coach of the Jefferson Mustangs.
And we welcome you back. We just heard from Coach Randy Badillo of the Jefferson Mustangs, and tonight they are playing against the home team this evening, the Lanier Vokes, who have a record of 2-2. And Coach Villafranca, in talking, I mean, we've done lots of games with Lanier and lots of games with Coach Salteas, and you've had some really good questions for him in the pregame show. But you know, Lanier coming in with some good looks already in the non-district schedule.
Absolutely. Beat Corpus Christi King and Memorial. Both of those games were pretty good, slanted towards the Vokes. They did lose to Blanco 0-35, lost to Randolph 21-28. Those two teams, however, are 500 ball games, so also some pretty good opponents that Jefferson and Lanier had scheduled in their non-district schedule. 2-2 the Lanier Vokes are. And let's listen in on our visit with Coach Salteas. And good evening once again. We are at the Martinez and Associates pregame show at the SAISD Sports Complex. We're visiting with Coach Salteas, the head coach of the Lanier Vokes. Coach, first time we've had a chance to stream the Vokes.
Yes, sir.
Was always looking forward to Lanier Vokes games. Coach, a little different year for the Vokes. In preseason polls, a lot of people had the Vokes at the top of the heap, maybe picked to win the district. Usually in the underdog role. This year, maybe not, the prey, not the predator. How does that change the outlook for the Vokes?
We approach it the same way, right? I talk to my kids, right? I'm a Lanier grad, and we've always had an X on our back, right? No matter what. Every team that wants to play, when we play the Vokes, right? They want to beat the Vokes, right? They don't want to lose to Lanier. Nobody wants to lose to Lanier. So same thing this year, right? We told our kids, we have an X on our X on our back, but it just got a little bit bigger, right? When you get put on a podium just like that, right? So don't mean nothing, right? Those are all just preseason votes by other coaches and stuff, and other people like yourself, right? Take a little poll and they vote you up there. But I mean, at the end of the day, we work hard. Our kids had a great off season. When that poll came out, some of the guys said, "Hey, coach, they have us on top," and I said, "Well, just work harder now, right?" So at the end of the day, we're gonna work hard. We're gonna come play ball, and every day, just like any other team, right? We're gonna prepare as best as we can for our opponents.
All right, well, you've been playing some pretty good ball, 2-2 in non-district. Of course, those games don't count. Everybody's at 0-0 now. Looking forward to 12-5 AD2. How do you see that district shaping up?
Well, again, right? I think I told y'all last year, right? Any given Friday, any given Thursday, any given Saturday, whatever day you play, that's SAISD for you, right? You're gonna get great games. But at the end of the day, right? Like I said, we're preparing to one game at a time. And today's Jeff, our opponent is Jeff, and we prepare for them. And I think we've developed a great game plan for them, and that's how we're gonna take it.
Second time around for Dylan Cash, Yamas at the quarterback spot. How's his progress coming? How's his development?
Confidence, right? That's the biggest thing, right? When a kid has confidence and he's playing great, he could just build from that, right? Last week, he didn't have a great game. I mean, yes, he threw some passes down there. He had a great touchdown pass to Brian Sanchez, but he had some fumbles, right? We had 3 fumbles, and one was through an exchange for him to Nick Torres in the running back position. The other one was him with the snap, right, with the center. That was a fumble, and then one when he was running the ball. So at the end of the day, right, there's always room for improvement, right? So always grow for improvement for him. So that's when I spoke to him, right? Hey, Cash, you're our leader, right? Yes, you can play great ball, but you need to have confidence, and we didn't build that last week. So you need to build it today, right? Through pregame, through our practice and stuff. So, and I look to seeing a different Cash today.
Well, Coach, you talk about improvement. I want to visit with you about Nick Torres as a freshman. Had some great plays as a running back. Last year, you used him more on the defensive side of the ball, but he's back on the offensive side as a running back. Tell us a little bit about Nick Torres and what we can expect from him in his junior year.
Oh, man. Nick's a great runner, a great leader, right? And just a great football player. Like I said, we knew he was a running back as a freshman, but we had Lloyd in that role last year, so we brought him on, and we said we have to have him on the field. So we found a spot for him at outside linebacker, and he did great for us. But he had a great offseason when it comes to the weight room, to being a leader on the classroom chalk talks and outside, right, on our drills, and he earned the spot. So he earned the spot, and everybody respects on the team, and his O-line are doing a great job for him right now, and I expect to have him an explosive ball game today.
We've been watching his stats as the season go along, and looking forward to watching him play tonight. Coach, on the other sideline, Jefferson Mustangs, what's it going to take for the Vokes to ride that happy bus home tonight?
Well, at the end of the day, right, last year, right, it was a different coaching staff, and they were run heavy, right? Got into the box, and they crowded the box. We had to crowd the box, and they ran the ball. This year, right, they still run the ball a lot, but they loosened up the box a little bit, so it gives us the opportunity to run a little bit different blitzes, a little bit different stems and stuff, different stunts.
And we are here, and the pregame show and the national anthem being played on the field. We'll take it to them. The national anthem played by the Lanier marching band. There you see the JROTC coming off the field as we get ready for kickoff here at SAISD Sports Complex. Again, Coach Robert Villafranca. I'm Bobby Mendez. Reese Robinson on the Tech Direct today, making his Direct Deck debut. So thank you, Reese. Sebastian Castro, Isaiah Castro on the field, getting the field shots. So it's time to go here from SAISD Sports Complex, just south of downtown here in beautiful Southside San Antonio. We're going to take one last break. When we come back, it's time for some Thursday night football on RC Audio Sports.
Been in a crash? It's illegal for lawyers to contact you first. If yours did, it could ruin your case. Don't trust law firms that break the law. Choose Martinez & Associates, voted San Antonio's best law firm 3 years in a row. After you've been in a crash, go with the law firm you can trust. Call Martinez & Associates. With us, it's personal.
Call 210-337-1111. That's 210.
And we welcome you back here to SAISD Sports Complex, where the Jefferson Mustangs are lined up and ready to receive the football, which means that's the Lanier Vokes getting ready to kick off. So we'll see Lanier's defense first.
All right, Bobby, the Lanier Vokes won the coin toss. They deferred the option to the second half, so it'll be the Jefferson Mustangs receiving the first kickoff. The Lanier Vokes will kick the ball off and defend the south goal. The officials for tonight's ball game, Bobby: Robert Cowsey is the referee, Gerald Harden is the umpire, Kenneth McCants, the head line judge, Greg Verhoff is the line judge, Matt Castillo, the back judge, Roger Hankins, the field judge, and Christopher Canales is the side judge, your officiating crew for tonight.
Getting ready to kick off for the Lanier Vokes is senior number 33, Jose Ceja. It is a bit windy outside and a good little breeze, so the ball off the tee just to start. So if it falls off one more time, they might ask for someone to hold it, but we'll see if the tee will stay.
Bobby, we've got 90 degrees at kickoff. The wind is kind of keeping the flag Pretty horizontal. Coming in from the northeast, so some cool air. I'm going to replace some of this hot air that we have. And here we go with the kickoff.
There's a kick. It's a high end-over-ender, and it's fielded just inside the 25. And the ball comes loose. Lanier will jump on top of it. Let's see what the officials say. The officials pointing Lanier football, so a turnover immediately on the kickoff will give the Lanier Vokes a good chance in Mustang territory.
All right, Bobby, the Lanier Vokes with a big break on the kickoff, recovering the fumble. I was going to introduce the Jefferson Mustang offense. This is the Lanier Vokes offense instead. Left tackle, Andrew Villela. Left guard, Braylon Aguilar. The center, Israel Luna. Right guard is Iran Cáceres. The right tackle is Isel Garza. Wide receiver, Brian Sanchez. Aiden Sanchez is another wide receiver. Jaden Green is the third wide receiver. Fullback, Carlos Oviedo. You heard Coach talk about Nick Torres. Dylan Cash Llamas is the quarterback.
And Llamas is under center. Hands it off to Torres, and Torres gets met behind the line of scrimmage by a big Mustang loss. The ball popped out, so Mustangs wanted it, but Torres was down already, and they'll give him a pretty favorable spot where the ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line.
After the play brings up second down.
So
From the 7-yard line.
this time, Llamas out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. The pass is incomplete. He was looking for a receiver at the top there.
Jefferson Mustangs defense still on the field. Evan Molina is the left, I beg your pardon. Devin Pacheco is the nose guard. Defensive end, Adam Wynn. The other defensive end is Jonathan Ituarte. Linebackers, Aaron Garcia, Damian Ramirez, Andrew Arredondo, Marco Godinez. Safety, John Fernandez. Safety, Dylan Caffey. The cornerbacks are Steven Salazar and Michael Bejar.
Third and long situation here for Lanier. Llamas out of the shotgun, getting his receivers in place, sending a receiver in motion. Toss goes left side to Torres. Torres finding room along the sideline, and he is forced out of bounds, picking up a good chunk of yards to the 30-yard line. So about a 7-yard gain there, but not enough for a first down. So it's going to be a fourth down here inside the 30. At the Mustang 29-yard line. So the Lanier Vokes maybe opting to go for it here with such great field position. And they are lined up with Llamas talking to his receivers. Has a tight formation with two receivers to the top. Llamas drops back, has a wide open receiver, caught and knocked out of bounds, but not before picking up that first down. A big fourth down conversion there for the Lanier Vokes on a 16-yard pass completed.
The Vokes in the red zone converting a fourth down opportunity here. Fourth and about 5 on that play. Dylan Llamas right on target to the receiver in the right flat while resting at the 14-yard line.
So a new set of downs here for Lanier as they are deep inside Mustang territory. They send a man in motion. Llamas keeps it, and he gets down to the 10, maybe the 11. So about a 3-yard pickup there for the Vokes.
Bobby, we've seen Cash Llamas at the helm of the Lanier Vokes offense for a couple of years now. And one thing we've learned about that young man is he is not afraid to run the ball.
And he looks like the leader on this team as he is constantly in communication with his receivers, getting them in the right place as they are breaking their huddle, instructing receivers to move a little bit. But you can hear that Lanier band. Left side. Keep it on the ground. Maybe a 1-yard pickup there on this play.
Big senior Damian Ramirez there on the tackle, a short gain on the play, and we've got a Lanier Vogue down on the field while they tend to him. We're going to take a short break.
Join the legacy today and become a teacher for Harlandale ISD.
Ready! Set! Go! It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
La familia no es una cosa importante, es todo. At SAISD, family is practicing and making art. It's fulfilling your duty with honor. It's playing to win and changing lives through learning. Familia is getting you ready for college or getting you ready for your career. And at SAISD, the founding school district in the Alamo City, Familia is not an important thing. It's everything. And it's available to any student, no matter where they live. So come join our Familia. Now enrolling. Log on to saisd.net/enroll for more information. Or call 210-554-2660.
59, it's 3rd and 6 here for Lanier. Yamas keeps it himself inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. So the Lanier Vokes keeping it on the ground. They pick up a first down.
So this series of downs, Bobby, started at the 14-yard line, so they were able to get a first down without scoring. Dylan Yamas right there, right behind his lead blocker, his running back, in through the A gap and across the 4-yard line, maybe to the 2. Now it's 1st and goal, 4 downs to get the ball across the goal line.
Yamas rushes under center. He's going to get behind his offensive line and try to create a surge, but maybe a yard gain down to the 1.
The Jefferson Mustangs, of course, having to defend a short field right off the bat here, and they push the Lanier Vokes to a 4th down situation, and now with their backs against the wall, it's a goal line stand. As we said before, the Jefferson Mustangs defense have had 2 outstanding games here and denying the Vokes so far pay dirt.
The Vokes back out onto the field. Handoff to Torres, down inside the 1. No, he's right at the goal line. So another big stop there, Coach, for that Mustang defense. Can they hold it a couple more times?
Nick Torres had to make a decision behind that line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage really did not open up a gap for him, and he had to give a little stutter step before he got to the LOS. And the Jefferson Mustangs defense, very aggressive, got to him in the backfield. No gain on the play, 3rd.
LOS, the line of scrimmage. Handoff, Torres. This time he gets in from the left side behind his left guard and tackle. And the Lanier Vokes will draw first blood.
The Lanier Vokes will draw first blood, Bobby, after recovering a fumble on the kickoff. Had a short field. I believe that drive started at the 34-yard line. So the Vokes travel 34 yards, score 6, and now looking to make it a 7-point lead. It's number 30, Angel Perales, that will kick the ball off of the tee. I beg your pardon, number 33 it is, and 33 is Axel Ceja. He was the kicker for the kickoff as well. So we've played 8 minutes and 9 seconds here in the first quarter. Lanier Vokes up 7-0. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
Shout out to all you sports fans. This is Desi Martinez with Martinez and Associates, and I'm proud to announce that along with RC Audio Sports, we're starting the coveted Athlete of the Week program. Those athletes are going to be voted on by you. And guess what? Every voter gets a chance to win a $50 gift card from Martinez and Associates simply by entering a valid email address. It's important to note that every Athlete of the Week winner is automatically entered into the Martinez and Associates Athlete of the Year contest, the winner of which is going to receive a cash donation for their school's athletic department. So if you want to vote for your favorite Athlete of the Week, go to martinez-law.com. martinez-law.com and vote for your favorite athletes.
They're down right at the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Mustangs.
The Mustangs will have the ball. Quite fortunate to have recovered the kickoff there. 1st and 10, Mustangs.
Mustangs, this time their first opportunity with the football. They go to the ground, and they pick up maybe a yard there, or lose a yard. Back to
Tackle for a loss there, Bob. The Lanier Vokes drive was 34 yards. It took them 10 plays, 3 minutes and 54 seconds. It was a 1-yard touchdown run. Nick Torres getting it into the end zone for the Lanier Vokes. Ceja kicking the extra point at 7-0.
Coach, we'll get those offensive starters and defensive starters here in just a moment here, as quarterback Urdiales out of the shotgun hands the ball off to their running back straight up the middle, Martinez Davis.
Positive yardage on the play, Bobby. Offensive starters for the Mustangs. Left tackle, Evan Molina. Left guard, Elijah Cardenas. The center is Julian Calvario. The right guard, Bobby Monreal. The right tackle is Juan Carlos Camacho. Wide receivers, Ezekiel Correa and Jalen Reed. The tight end is Randy Badillo Jr. Fullback, Jaden Alderete. Running back, Martinez Davis. And the quarterback is Aiden Urdiales.
Urdiales out of the shotgun with one receiver split to each side. Going back in the backfield, they'll hand the ball over to Davis, and he will get hit, but not before picking up a good chunk of yards all the way up to the 33, maybe the 34.
Not quite a first down, so 4th down and about 3. The Mustangs will punt this one away. Defensive starters for the Lanier Vokes, Angel Ortiz to tackle. Defensive ends are Devin Gomez, Noah Ceros. Linebackers, Devin Moreno, Jordan Perez. And we've got a player down on the field, so we're going to take a short break. We'll come back with the defensive starters.
Y'all gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
The San Antonio Independent School District has the resources, the staff, and the schools to take your inspiration and make it a reality. No matter where you live, what language you speak, or where you want to go, SAISD will get you there. Register now at saisd.net/enroll or call 210-554-2660.
I was in the middle of calling out the defensive starters when we took that break. Let's start again. Angel Ortiz to tackle. Devin Gomez, Noah Ceros, the defensive ends. Linebackers, Devin Moreno, Jordan Perez, Jose Molina, and Leo Chavez. The safeties, Damian Cerda, Brian Sanchez. Cornerbacks, Alex De La Rosa and Jasavian Lloyd.
A little bit of movement. Don't see any flags. Pass. There are some flags now.
There's a flag. Bobby, that was 4th and 3. So the Jefferson Mustangs are rolling the dice here early in the game.
Fourth down, and they went for it for Mustangs. We have a flag on the play.
Boy, this will be an interesting flag. If it's interference against the defense, of course, we know that comes with an automatic first down. And
well, I think he threw it because he saw the Lanier Vokes may have jumped offside, thought he may have had a free play. And I think that's what it was. They're signaling offsides against Lanier, so that's going to be an automatic first down.
All right. So, boy, you talk about football savvy. The Lanier Vokes jump off sides. Jefferson Mustangs realize that that's going to be a free play. Let's go for it. 4th and 3 or 4th and 15 or whatever. Let's take a shot. The flag that was down here at the 50-yard line was waved off, so that's a moot point. It's the Lanier Vokes jumping off sides into the neutral zone. The 5-yard penalty moves it across the line to gain a fresh set of downs for the Jefferson Mustangs. Boy, that's a football IQ.
So a little bit more breathing room here for the Jefferson Mustangs. Aiden Uriales out of the shotgun. Has one receiver split to each side. From the far side hash, they keep it on the ground, and the Lanier Vokes defense is all over that. But a good surge for the running back. That's Michael Behar.
Bobby Randy Badillo taking over the helms of the Jefferson Mustangs football program on Edward Cardenas' retirement. What a job that he did as a coach here for Jefferson across SAISD, across San Antonio. Randy Badillo again changing the offense just a little bit. It was that power T offense, almost 99% run for the Mustangs last year. This is Badillo's fingerprint on this offense.
On the ground again. And this time, just another couple of yards. The ball again carried by Michael Behar.
Michael Behar gets a little bit of positive yardage, as you say. It was Jordan Perez, senior linebacker, first on the scene in damage control. Gave up a couple of yards, not much. This will be about a 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 for the Mustangs is their first possession. They happen to give it away on the kickoff. Here, their second possession. Urdiales now has a 4 wide receiver set. Quick pass straight to the left side, and it's completed. But the Lanier Vokes all over that one, which will bring it 4th down.
Quick out pass to the slot back and trying to set up some perimeter blocking over there. Big number 8 for Lanier. Again, Jordan Perez. Great pursuit from about the hash mark out there to the number. No gain on the play. So, again, a punting situation for the Mustangs, and 5 yards won't get them a 1st down.
So they're going for it here on a 4th down. Aiden Uriales try to catch him on the hard count again. This time, Lanier's disciplined, not moving. Fool me once, shame on me. Shame on you, fool me twice. I don't. How does the George Bush one go? You just can't fool me again.
That's right. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And the Lanier Vokes, quick learners there on the hard count. The Jefferson Mustangs willing to take the 5-yard delay of game penalty to try to draw that aggressive Lanier defense across the line of scrimmage. But I think, Bobby, that was about a 4th and 6, so even a 5-yard penalty there would not have brought them to the line to gain. So a punting formation, the Mustangs will give it up.
So back to receive are the Lanier Vokes. That'll take a bounce. It is touched, and it's a live ball. But the Mustangs are quick. Making the stop there for the Mustangs is Dylan Caffey.
Special teams having some troubles here in the early going. Nehemiah Kelly was a return man, and that ball took a very quick high bounce on him, and he got his paw up there to knock it down. Just wasn't able to get control of it, then finally fell on it. But boy, again, just like the Mustangs were fortunate to get that kickoff in their possession, the Vokes the same, fortunate to keep possession after that punt.
So the Lanier Vokes are coming off a long 10-play drive, and the Mustangs bring the house on this one. Able to get upfield, and Torres gets right back to the line of scrimmage.
Marco Godinez introduces himself to Torres at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Marco Godinez, a linebacker, senior linebacker for the Mustangs, part of that very good defense that we were talking about in pregame with Coach Padillo. The Jefferson Mustangs, you streamed the game last week, Bobby, against
sure
Harlandale. And
that was a battle.
Harlandale can score points. Jefferson held them to 15.
Yeah, Harlandale had scored 61 against Edison the week before, and the Mustangs holding the Indians to only 15 points. Yamas sends a man in motion. Hand it off to Torres. He finds room up the middle. He's got a man to beat. Torres stiff arms the defender and gets into Mustang territory. Big first down for Lanier.
Bobby, let's take another look at the play. I think we grabbed that one.
It's all the way down to the 37-yard line.
We'll come back live. The Nick Torres had some outstanding runs as a freshman last year. Coach Diaz used him more on the defensive side of the ball, but he's back on the offensive side, and you can see why. He's a talented running back.
33-yard run for Torres. And the Lanier Vokes in Mustang territory once again. Llamas was having a little bit of a confusion, wanted to talk it over, and so they take a timeout.
It'll be the first charge timeout of the first half.
So the timeout will be taken. We'll take it with them. No, we'll keep it right here. All right, let's do that. We want to thank our sponsors. Our newest sponsors on the RC Audio Sports stream team is David Benavides, Anthony Martinez of Mac Hike Southway Ford. Thank you for sponsoring. If you're in the market for a new vehicle or even a used vehicle, make sure you hit up Southway Ford, not too far from here, just down the road on I-35. They will set you up, whether it's for yourself, maybe a student that needs to get around, tired of making those drives, give them a call. Back in action here for the Lanier Vokes after that timeout. Right to the line of scrimmage. Llamas heaves it. Right side, a pass. Off the shoulder pads and incomplete. Got a wide open receiver down the field.
Great protection by the Lanier Vokes offensive line. Llamas was back there in the pocket. Nobody even close to rushing him. He had a good look downfield and had a receiver open. Didn't look like he had a good eye on it. Jaden Green, I think, was the target there, Bobby, and just was not able to pull that pass in. Great protection.
Great throw as well.
And great throw as well by the senior quarterback.
Cash Llamas, the quarterback for Lanier, bobbles this one. He's going to have to keep it himself. And Mustangs able to sniff that out, and no gain on that play.
Damian Ramirez there making him pay for the mishandled snap. Llamas had trouble getting control of the snap, and then just pushed the running back up ahead of him. He says, let's try to make something out of nothing here, and got back to the line of scrimmage at least. So the ball is still at the 37-yard line, still 10 yards to get to the line of game.
It was a big 33-yard run just a moment ago to get that first down deep into Mustang territory. Llamas rolls right, has a target, got it, and first down there. The catch made by Justin Burciaga.
Second time that we've seen the Vokes go to the running back out of the backfield in a crucial play. 3rd down and 10. The last time they went in that direction was the 4th and 5 on their first drive. But again, converting that 3rd down, converting that 4th down, keeping the offense on the field, and you know that's going to start weighing on the Jefferson defense.
Big 11-yard play for the Vokes, which was the first down. So here on 2nd down, Cash Llamas didn't see anything, but ran out of bounds, but not before picking up a good chunk of yards down to the 23-yard line maybe.
Mustangs sophomore linebacker Aaron Garcia escorting Llamas out of bounds. This time the pressure does come from inside. The Mustangs unable to seal the edge, and it allows Llamas to escape from that pressure and dart for that sideline. A nice gain on first down.
4-yard gain there for Llamas. The ball spotted at the right side hash, the 22-yard line. Full blitz coming by the Mustangs defense.
Nick Torres gets the call.
He snuck through the middle.
He got, it looked like they were going to get him behind the line of scrimmage, and he dipped a shoulder and got a little bit further. Aaron Garcia had him wrapped, it looked like, from here behind the line of scrimmage. Somehow Nick Torres pulled a Houdini and got a couple of positive yards out of that. Again, I would expect this to be 4-down territory for Coach Diaz's Vokes.
Ball spotted at the 20. They need to get to the 15 for a first down. Torres gets the handoff, and he gets to the 16. There it is. That's a first down. 4-yard pickup, first down.
Bobby, it's not hard to see why South Deas is so high on Nick Torres and feels like that his ceiling is very high. I love the patience that he had there to allow the blocks to develop in front of him. He stalled just a bit behind the line of scrimmage, let the play develop in front of him. Then he surged to that first down. The Vokes again in the red zone, and it looks like they will be taking another timeout. We're going to keep it right here. We're going to talk to you a little bit about our sponsors.
7 Cents Media, they're here tonight. Isaiah, Sebastian Castro, they do a fantastic job with all kinds of production, whether it's a documentary, press conference, video conference. Sebastian and Isaiah Castro, you know them, you've seen them. Give them a call if you need any videography production.
Please make sure you visit our concession stand. I'll be more than happy to take care of you. Do it with a smile.
Presidio Concrete, Hector Gonzalez, Dre Gutierrez in business since 2021. We told you all about them. Second year they've been on our sponsorship team. Big jobs like the Gorilla enclosure at the San Antonio Zoo. And by the way, I was at the San Antonio Zoo yesterday. Looks great. Not finished yet. Still a work in progress. Presidio Concrete, a big part of the Vets Memorial Stadium, the concrete work over there. But don't be intimidated. Big or small, residential or commercial, private or public. If you've got a job that requires concrete, Presidio Concrete is a phone call that you need to make. That was the end of the first. That was the end of the first quarter. Not a timeout, but the end of the first quarter. That was a fast-moving first quarter. The Lanier Vokes up 7-0 and threatening to score again as we go into the second quarter.
You say fast, Coach. That was very fast. We did not even realize that was the end of the first. But now the Lanier Vokes, they're at the Mustang 16. They send out 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side and 1 to the right side. Cash Yamas hands the ball to Torres. Torres head on at the 11-yard line, gets brought down, and he'll get an extra yard there to the 10. So a 6-yard pickup there by Torres.
Nick Torres, again, showing a lot of patience, allowing the play to develop. But John Fernandez is going to meet him after he'd gained about 4 yards. And boy, Fernandez was a solid wall, no yards after contact there for the Lanier running back.
This the 10th play of the drive here for Lanier. They got the football with 3:43 to go in the first. Low snap, bobbled, but somehow Yamas was able to get it to Torres, and Torres still went forward. Ball goes out of bounds, but he was down already. So just inside the 10 to about the 9.
The ball was free. Fortunately, if you are rooting for the Lanier Vokes, see that fumble occurred very close to the sideline and just was kicked out of bounds. So the last person in possession was wearing a blue uniform. The Vokes will retain possession of the ball. A short gain on the play. The ball resting inside the 10-yard line now. It's third down.
They have it at the 8-yard line, so a 2-yard official pickup. Yamas is going to take it himself, gets inside the 5, down to the 4, so a 4-yard gain as they continue to march.
Good enough for a first down. Doesn't get in the end zone, but it gets the Lanier Vokes a fresh set of downs, a first down at the 4-yard line. And once again, for the second time here tonight, the Jefferson Mustangs defense with their backs against the wall and having to play goal line defense.
2 receivers to Yamas' left and 1 to the right. Yamas keeps it himself, cuts it up the field, and he gets into the end zone for a 4-yard touchdown run. Cash Yamas.
Cash Yamas got himself through the line of scrimmage. That play started at the 4-yard line, and he got himself to about the 2 and then gave a cutback against the grain. Nobody there for the Mustangs, and Yamas finds himself in the end zone. A 13-0 lead for the Lanier Vokes here in the early going, and number 33 is back on the field. Axel Ceja trying to make it 14 points. The ball was blocked.
Good surge there by the Mustangs to block the extra point. So, the extra point, no good. Our score, 13-0 here in the second quarter. You're watching high school football, and it's on RC Audio Sports 2.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez and Associates today at 210-337-1111.
And we have an opportunity to welcome Yvette Diaz to our sponsorship team, Soul Rose Medicare Legacy. Let Yvette Diaz be in your corner when you're making Medicare decisions. They can get complicated, and you know that if you're on Medicare already, you know that every year you get a chance to evaluate and re-enroll. You can keep what you have or you can change it. It gets kind of complicated. There are a lot of plans out there. Yvette Diaz spends her days studying them. Give her a call. Let her know what you're looking for, what your specific needs are. Yvette will try to get you, or she will get you, with the perfect match of a Medicare policy.
A 10-play, that was a 12-play drive for Lanier, going 70 yards. The extra point, no good. 13-0 our score. And here come the Mustangs from their own 10, finding some room along the sideline. And a good return there by none other than Michael Behar.
Michael Behar has been a workhorse for the Jefferson Mustangs so far, out across the 30-yard line all the way to the 33-yard line. So the Mustangs will enjoy some pretty good field position here. The Vokes have done a good job of stymieing that Mustangs offense. They have relied heavily on the ground game. By memory here, they've got one first down to their credit, and other than that, the Vokes have been good.
Good memory.
Thank you. Don't ask me tomorrow.
So the Mustangs now trailing by 13. Taking their time, getting some final instructions by Coach Badillo. Coach mentioned that Coach Badillo, his first year as head coach here for the Jefferson Mustangs. Getting a whole new system installed here for the Mustangs. Urdiales out of the shotgun, looking left, now looks down the middle of the field, has it. Oh, ball almost intercepted. Almost intercepted there by Brian Sanchez.
Brian Sanchez playing center field, and the Jefferson Mustangs look over to a quick pass. It looks like it was going to be a stop route there, and a little shoulder shrug. Trying to draw the defense up, did not fool the center fielder, and the Mustangs lucky to still have possession of the football.
I think the officials are calling a timeout. Getting the new ball in, and they're ready to go. The Mustangs back at the line of scrimmage. Urdiales out of the shotgun with two receivers, one split to each side. Fakes the handoff, the pass caught in stride. Great catch there by number 11, Ezekiel Correa.
Number 11 for the Mustangs.
So nice timing route for the Mustangs. Ezekiel made a cut. The quarterback, Aiden Urdiales, really threw the ball before Ezekiel was ready to catch it, but very well timed. A timing route. And a nice catch, a nice gain. It's about a 7-yard gain. We're looking at 3rd and 3.
3rd and short, so the Mustangs looking to convert here. Urdiales out of the shotgun. Gets it over to the running back. He's into a pile of Oaks.
Bobby, again, it's Michael Behar, and he was met behind the line of scrimmage, a tackle for a loss. It looked like it was going to be, but he kept turning that lower body, and he needed 3 yards. He got there all the way out to the 44-yard line, and a fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. First down, number 2.
The Mustangs trying to put a drive together here in this second quarter. 2 men in the backfield now with Urdiales. Behar gets the handle. Behar has room. He'll get close to the first down marker, just a couple yards short. now in Lanier Vogue territory at the Lanier 48.
Senior offensive lineman Julian Calvario making a nice block and a kick out, giving Bejar some room to come back in, and a nice gain on first down. The Mustangs across the 50-yard line now in the Lanier Vogue into the field in Lanier Vogue territory.
The Mustangs looking to get settled in on offense here as they've been putting together a pretty good drive so far. Lanier brings the defense. Bejar gets across the 40. Another first down, and the ball now spotted at the Lanier 39-yard line.
You know, Bobby, Jefferson Mustangs head coach Randy Badillo hired. He was a coordinator for the South San Bobcats, and they've got some good things going on over there. The offensive coordinator is Jacob Delgado for the Mustangs, and the defensive coordinator Ronald Demand. Right now, it's Jacob in Coach Badillo's ear running that offense.
Urdiales out of the shotgun. Bejar gets the call. Bejar doing a good job, and he's going in the right direction. More positive yards, and now ball spotted inside the 35 at the Vogue 34.
Able to call out Jacob Delgado's name, the offensive coordinator for the Mustangs. An interesting story in the Delgado family. Brother Jason is the offensive coordinator for the Edison Golden Bears. So you got brothers both elevating to the coordinator position in the same summer. They're going to face each other in the last game of the season. It's a Tommy Bowl when Jefferson and Edison meet.
That should be a fun one to watch. Out of the shotgun. Bejar getting the bulk of the work here, and he is putting it in as he's got another first down here for the Mustangs at the 29-yard line in Lanier territory.
Jefferson Mustangs doing a great job of keeping that down marker off of the 3, moving the chains, getting the line to gain in the first 2 downs, and you love to have it. That's when you start feeling like you have a rhythm, and you have a rhythm, and what you're calling is working. You got the defense on their heels, and you want to just keep firing it.
Giving the football to Michael Bejar.
Bejar, get you in rhythm.
Seems to be working. So a new set of downs here for the Mustangs as they are in Lanier territory. Keeping it himself. Urdiales has plenty of room, picks up a key block from one of his receivers. And I think the receiver kept that block a little too long, Coach.
Flag at the 20-yard line, so that touchdown won't count. The preliminary indication to the referee is holding, and the referee will relay the call to us. It's official now when the white hat says it. Holding against the Jefferson Mustangs. 10 yards will be marked off from the point of the infraction around the 20. So the Mustangs will be snapping their next play from about the 30-yard line. We'll replay first down, but it'll be a little bit more than 10 yards to gain, maybe 10 and a half yards here after the penalty is marked off, maybe right back at the line of scrimmage. So we'll call that a 1st and 10, no harm, no foul, except that you had 6 on the board and you got to take those off. I guess that is a little harm and a little foul.
That was a clear as day call. I saw that from up here, and I don't see very many of those, so if I see it, I can recognize it.
Okay. I'll give you a flag.
No, don't do that.
All right.
2 receivers to the top and 1 to our near side. 2 backs in the backfield. Urdiales hands it off to his running back. And he gets out of bounds, and that's going to be handed off to Marnez Davis.
Marnez Davis in the backfield now for Bejar. Bejar taking a break. We saw him leave the field under his own power. It didn't seem like he was injured, so maybe just a little bit of a rotation here, a little bit of a change of speed.
Or a break.
A little break. Marnez Davis certainly seems capable of running that football for the Mustangs.
So now 2nd down and 4 for the Mustangs. Urdiales gets it back over to Davis, and Davis runs into a little bit of traffic and manages to find a crease and gets down to the 20.
Davis on the game.
It's very much like the Mustangs are running a bit of the read option. Number 10, the quarterback, Aiden Urdiales, reading the edges and just leaving that ball in the running back's belly until the last possible second. I think Marnez Davis on that last play was a little surprised to get the ball, but he got it nonetheless. Bejar is back in the game for the Mustangs.
This the 10th play of the drive here for the Mustangs, and Behar will get it. Behar gets the surge, and oh boy, it depends where they spot this one. And the officials looking like they're going to spot it right at the 30, and I don't know, Coach.
Well, I had my eyes on that far official who's going to determine where the next line of scrimmage is, and it looked like he had taken a step over the line to gain, but then retreated just a bit. So this is going to be 4th down, less than a yard, and I'd be surprised if Jefferson does not go for it in this situation. You got to go for it here, 4th and short. Here come the Mustangs.
There's a couple of things that are in your favor. You're deep in territory. You've gotten a good movement from your offense already. Why not go for it? So here is Uriales. Lanier stacks the line. Uriales finds a gap, gets the first down, still on his feet. That's John Fernandez taking the direct snap.
John Fernandez taking the direct snap in a Wildcat formation, and what a call again.
19-yard pickup on that play.
A 19-yard pickup on the play, and everybody up off the turf. Bobby, did we miss a fumble?
I think we did, because it's 1st and 10 for Lanier.
Going back the other way, there must have been a fumble underneath the pile, so the Vokes will take possession now. So the Lanier Vokes bend, but do not break. That play must have been 14-15 plays long, Bobby, and nothing to show for it. The Mustangs, I guess you could say, the silver lining is that they did flip the field, and they've got the Lanier Vokes coming out of their own 10-yard line.
So the Vokes have a lot of work to do. They keep it on the ground. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard to the 12-yard line.
So another fast-moving quarter here. We're at the 4.5-minute mark. The Mustangs still with all 3 of their timeouts left. And the Vokes have 2 of their 3 allowed. The staff, remember that in high school football now, there is also a 2-minute warning. So you can just about add another timeout to both teams that they're going to get at the 2-minute warning. Be interesting to see here if the Mustangs can hold from the Vokes getting a first down if they're going to start using their timeouts.
Keeping it on the ground up the middle. Torres gets a little bit of room for the Vokes.
The clock will continue to roll down. We're approaching the 3.5-minute mark. Looks like the Jefferson Mustangs are going to hold their water there and keep those timeouts for when they are on offense. Maybe if they can force a 4th down, they'll use it then, but certainly not going to use it in this situation. Still 3 timeouts left for the Mustangs.
Yamas under center. Hands it off across the 20 and do the 25. Nicholas Torres picked up the first down.
And what a play by Nicholas Torres. It looked like the Mustangs pursuit was going to get there, and he cut back against the to the weak shoulder and continued to move downfield. He gains the first down, and again, do the math on your first downs. You figure 40 seconds between plays. You got 3 plays. That is 120 seconds. So the Lanier Vokes, if they don't stop the clock, they can use 2 minutes. They can get down to the 2-minute mark and below without getting a first down.
That was a 10-yard pickup for Torres and the Vokes. Again, under center. I believe that's Torres again, and he gets a yard to the 26.
Silva, good evening, and welcome to the chat room. This is Lanier Jefferson SAISD football. It's going to be good. Thank you for joining us, Chris. I know that you come on many of our streams. We appreciate your follows and your loyalty.
We can always count on Chris Silva. What a crowd here tonight. The whole Lanier side, I think, is pretty much at capacity. I would even say the Jefferson side at capacity as well.
Not a whole lot of leg room over there.
The Lanier Vokes, with plenty of time on the clock here, with 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Uriales lets it fly along the sideline. The pass incomplete. He was looking for Brian Sanchez. But remember, Coach, Lanier gets the football back because they kicked off to start this ball game and
deferred the options, so they're going to get the ball back in the second half. And Here the pass, the clock is stopped at the 2-minute and 3-second mark. So that means that there's only going to run off a short few seconds here on this play, and then we're going to stop it at 2. That works to the benefit of the Mustangs here. So the Mustangs still hoping to get the ball back, as they will have to be kicking off in the second half.
Llamas under center. Gets it over to Torres, who runs left side. And that was a great solo tackle there by the Mustangs to contain. And now that 2-minute warning will come up, so we'll take a break. You're watching SAISD High School football, and it's on RC Audio Sports 2.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Texas, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
We'll welcome you back here to action after the 2-minute warning. The Lanier Vokes set to punt the ball away and give the Mustangs another opportunity here. Back to receive is
Bobble the
Johnson.
snap, Bobby. The Mustangs all over it, and they're going to get the ball in the red zone immediately here. So the Mustangs, this is about the spot where the Mustangs gave the ball up, and they're going to get it right back. The Lanier Vokes unable to flip the field. The Mustangs held on to all but one of their all but two of, still have 2 timeouts left. They've only used 1 of the 3 that they were allowed. And we're rolling now into the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Jefferson Mustangs in the red zone. 1 minute 48 seconds left to play. 2 timeouts left. JD, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your kind words. And we really appreciate your follows.
Here come the Mustangs trying to get on the scoreboard before the end of the half. Out of the shotgun, Urdiales hands the ball off to Davis, and Davis goes nowhere as the clock will continue to run here. The Lanier defense spotted that very quickly.
Jordan Pettis has been in several tackles. A senior linebacker, just seems to be everywhere for the Lanier Vokes defense. Davis was given credit for forward progress to the 20-yard line, driven way back, but of course the forward progress is marked at the 20, second down.
Clocks continue to go to run. Aiden Urdiales out of the shotgun. Gives it over to Behar. Behar inside the 20. Back to the original line of scrimmage at the 19. So a 1-yard pickup on that play. Expect maybe a couple of timeouts, I would think.
Not just yet.
No panic in this Mustang offense just yet.
Plenty of time. You think you've probably here from this point, you want 3 or 4 plays, and plenty of time for that with 2 timeouts.
Urdiales now out of the shotgun. Behar, no. Urdiales is going to keep it. But the defense for Lanier was all over it, making the big tackle for a loss. So the ball now at the Lanier 23-yard line.
Mustangs letting the clock wind down. You got to think that maybe from here it's going to be a field goal attempt. And the timeout is called with 3 seconds left. We'll keep it right here as the Mustangs and the Vokes go to their sidelines to talk things over. 13-0 lead for the Lanier Vokes. The Mustangs again have gotten into the red zone twice, nothing to show for it. 3 seconds left to play in the second quarter, and I would imagine that the Mustangs have enough confidence in their kicker to send him out there for what's going to amount to about a 40-yard field goal.
You know, Jefferson on the previous series put together a really good drive. It's just unfortunate for them that he couldn't hang on to the football and turn the ball over. But again, they're able to make their way up the field.
We've really seen 3 good drives. The Lanier Vokes putting together a 10-play scoring drive, another 12-play scoring drive. The Jefferson Mustangs were on a 10-plus drive before they gave that ball away. So we're seeing some offenses that are steady and are moving the ball. And
fourth down.
It's not a tee. We're not no kicking tee here, Bobby. We're going to go for all of it with 3 seconds left. One play.
Urdiales fires to the right side, one-on-one. Good defense, but not good enough. The catch is made. Touchdown. John Fernandez as the Mustangs draw up a play and get into the end zone on a 23-yard touchdown pass.
Why go for 3? When you've got a play like that in your playbook, credit to the Mustangs offense for having confidence in their quarterback and their receiver with 1 play left. It was do or die, all or nothing, and the Mustangs will snap from the swinging gate, but flags and whistles all over the place. I'm not sure if we've got let's let the officials sort this one out. Looking over at the referee, Mr. Cowsey, and he says offsides against the Mustangs, and that's going to be declined. So the time expired on that last play, on that last scoring play. We're going to go to the dressing rooms now. Lanier Vokes up 13-6, and we are on RC Audio Sports 2 on YouTube. And as we always do, we're going to keep our cameras live for the halftime performances. Don't go away and enjoy the halftime performances with us.
Y'all gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of light, 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 light.
At San Antonio ISD, parents and students have a choice to pick the best schools, a choice to take programs that explore a student's interests, and a choice to grow while keeping the future in mind. With so many options to best fit a student's needs, why go anywhere else? Choose SAISD. Apply now at saisd.net/enroll or call 210-554-2660 for more information.
And we bring you back live to the SAISD Sports Complex for the halftime performances. It's the Jefferson Mustangs that are the visiting school, so they'll be on the field to begin. I am going to turn my mic down and turn up the crowd mic so that we can listen in to the PA announcer tell us exactly what we're watching here.
A showcase of Jefferson High School Spirit and Pride, featuring the Mighty Mustang Band and the world famous Thomas Jefferson Lassos. Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Jefferson High School is proud to present for your halftime entertainment the world famous Lasso Rope and Dance Team. Tonight's performance will be a kick and rope routine to the song Shout It Out. Your 2025-2026 Lasso officers are Dance Captain Jacqueline Casiano, Rope Captain Adara Nalabanco, Major Talia Morid. This week's Lasso Girl of the Week is Lisa Dominguez. The Lassos are under the direction of Miss Ana Leal. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And the mighty Mustang Band. Mustang Band section of the week, the color guard. Band member of the week is Jonathan Mata. Rookie of the week is Adrian Regalado. Color guard member of the week is Abby De La Rosa. And now, under the direction of drill majors Isaac Garcia and Brian Torres, the mighty Mustang Band proudly presents the 2025 UIO Marching Show, Empire State of Mind, featuring the music Nights Theme by Michael Daughtry, Autumn in New York by a jazz standard, and Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime! The mighty Mustang Band. Thomas Jefferson High School Principal Mr. Greg Rivers.
The mighty Jefferson Mustang Band and the world famous Thomas Jefferson Lasso's dance team. That was halftime performance. The Jefferson Mustang community is certainly proud of their marching band and their Thomas Jefferson Lassos. The Lanier Vokes, looks like we're going to have a little bit of a youth night tonight, and the Lanier Vokes community will have an opportunity to shine here in just a few minutes. RC Audio Sports and RC Audio Sports 2, we always keep our cameras live for these halftime performances. Before the game, it was parent and family night for the football team, and now we're going to see some of the youngsters from the Lanier Vokes community. What a crowd, what pride that the Lanier Vokes community has in their programs, their kids, their athletes, marching bands, dance teams, their youth. We're going to enjoy it here at the SAISD Sports Complex. Sit back and enjoy it with us. I'm going to turn my mic down, turn up the crowd mic, and we'll let them tell us what we're watching.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Votes Nation halftime show.
Please welcome to your field for your halftime entertainment, to the west side. Joining the band on the field tonight are the Lanier Vote Cheer Team and our 2025 Mini Vote Cheerleader. The cheerleaders will now perform to a 70s hit. Cheerleader, your music is on. The Lanier Cheer Team would like to thank participants and the junior votes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the often duplicated, but never the often duplicated but never replicated Blue Jackets will now take the field. This week, the Blue Jackets would like to recognize three outstanding ladies for their hard work, full spirit, along with their squad team officers. Pep Squad Member of the Week, Mr. Chris Pardo. Cheerleader of the Week, Mr. Chris Castro. The dance team is under the direction of Ms. Haley Smith. The cheerleaders are under the direction of Mr. Joey Ramirez. Director of Pep Squad is Angelica Zapata. The Blue Jackets will now perform a palm routine to the song Got to Go. And now, sit back and enjoy as the Lanier Folk Band performs their UIL marching show entitled Locomotion. The band member of the week is Santiago Alanis. The color guard member of the week is Areli Inostro. The section of the week is the drum line. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Violet Martinez and Joe Gonzalez. Drum majors, the field is yours. The Folk Band is under the direction of head band director and Lanier alumni. The assistant directors are Anthony Flood and band Nathan Public director is Taylor Garcia. Percussion instructor Mr. Vincent Moore. The assistant principal is Philip Jefferson.
La familia no es una cosa importante, es todo. At SAISD, family is practicing and making art. It's fulfilling your duty with honor. It's playing to win and changing lives through learning. Familia is getting you ready for college or getting you ready for your career. And at SAISD, the founding school district in the Alamo City, familia is not an important thing. It's everything. And it's available to any student, no matter where they live. So come join our familia. Now enrolling. Log on to SAISD.net/enroll for more information or call 210-554-2660.
Been in a crash? It's illegal for lawyers to contact you first. If yours did, it could ruin your case. Don't trust law firms that break the law. Choose Martinez & Associates, voted San Antonio's best law firm 3 years in a row. After you've been in a crash, go with the law firm you can trust. Call Martinez & Associates. With us, it's personal.
Call 210-337-1111. That's 210-337-1111.
YouTube channel.
And we welcome you back from halftime. It is Lanier on top of the the Jefferson Mustangs, 13-6. The Mustangs put a nice little drive at the end of the half to score and get right back into this ball game, Coach.
3 seconds left to go in the called a timeout with 3 seconds left to go in the half. I was expecting a field goal attempt. They come back, line up from scrimmage, and nice pass. It was Urdiales to number 12, John Fernandez in the right corner, scoring at 13-6 as we head to the second half now.
Huge kick there by Ronaldo Perez Mendez, and now brought back by Lanier, and they got barely across the 30-yard line before being brought down by two Mustang defenders.
Big number 25, Tristan Sanchez, the fullback linebacker, senior in all white over there for the Jefferson Mustangs, bringing the impact there and coming down hard on that kickoff return.
So the Lanier Volks will start with the football at their own 30-yard line. This Jefferson band still going at it. Handoff to Torres. Torres bounces off a couple of Mustang defenders across the 35 to the 36-yard line with a 6-yard gain.
Torres picking up right where he left off and had some nice contact there by the Jefferson Mustangs defense. Number 67 is going to take a little break, but he brought the wood on that one. Devin Pacheco hitting Nick Torres before, and we've got a Lanier Volk down here on the near sideline. So the trainer's going to tend to him, and we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Texas because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Iran Casares walking off the field as he needs a little bit of a break there. But the Lanier Volks back to the line of scrimmage. The ball spotted at the Lanier 36. Llamas gets it to Torres, but will be a flag and whistles will blow. The play will be dead.
Preliminary indication from the far sideline is a false start here against the Volks. The referee will relay that call to us, a 5-yard penalty, and we'll replay second down. Bobby, the trainers have been busy this afternoon. Let me shout them out. For the Mustangs, it's Charles Young and Michaela Childs, the athletic trainers, and for the Lanier Volks, Rob White and Molly Ayala. We appreciate all the work that they do to keep our athletes healthy and recuperating when things don't go exactly their way.
Vital part of all organizations, those trainers. Trips to the top side, one receiver to our near side, and again,
got a timeout.
Lanier will take it. What? Let's keep it right here.
We'll keep it right here for the timeout and tell you about 7 Cents Media. You know them, even if you don't know that you know them. It's Sebastian Castro, Isaiah Castro, Arissa Castro, who do a lot of work for RC Audio Sports, giving us great shots from the camera operators on many of our streams. When they aren't doing work for RC Audio Sports, they've got their own thing going, 7 Cents Media. They can help you produce a professional podcast, a documentary, a music video. If you've got a big event that you'd like videographed or even streamed, 7 Cents Media can get that done for you.
Back to action here, as this time Lanier ready to go. Trips to our near side. Backwards pass, and that one will be caught for a loss inside the 28. That Mustang defense really still feeling it, Coach.
The Mustangs defense coming out charging in the second half. The Lanier Vokes offense going in the wrong direction here. A couple of penalties and a tackle for a loss here. 3rd down and 11. But again, we have seen the Mustangs convert on these improbable 3rd down situations, even one 4th down situation. They like to go with that running back out of the backfield. In the 2 previous times that we've seen them in this situation, we'll see if they do something like that again. Yamas looking over to the sideline, making sure he's got the call exactly right. The formation is...
Yamas has pressure, has to roll out, just throws it away, out of bounds, incomplete. And another big stop for the Mustangs defense as they made it difficult.
Yamas looking over to the sideline, wasn't sure that he had the right formation for the play, but the sideline gave him the green light, said, let's go with it. And the Mustangs defense in the backfield in a hurry. Yamas going to his left and coming back to his right outside of the tackle box. All he's got to do is throw the ball beyond the line of scrimmage, and he did that. So a turnover on downs. The yard marker, the down marker still says 3.
I don't think so, Coach. I think they're getting ready to punt. Because that was 3rd down. 1st down now.
There's a flag here that the PA announcer is finding as well. That was
After the penalty, it's going to be 1st down for the Vokes.
That is that's a personal foul or a dead ball foul, one or the other. Big 15-yard penalty, an automatic 1st down, and instead of 4th down, giving the ball away. Boy, bookmark that one as a huge miscue for the Jefferson Mustangs. The Vokes will retain possession.
Low snap for Yamas, but he manages to get it to Torres, who refuses to go down as he picked up a 1st down and some into Mustang territory at the 40. 26-yard pickup there for Torres. What a run. Unable to stop him were the Mustangs as he plowed right through the middle of the Mustang defense. So 1st and 10 now from the 40 on the Mustang side. Yamas out of shotgun, gets it back over to Torres, and Torres gets just to the 40-yard line for the original line of scrimmage, so no gain there for the Lanier Vokes.
So the Lanier Vokes on this drive at least living on borrowed time as we had a 4th and 11 situation, and the Jefferson Mustangs were called for an unsportsmanlike penalty, a dead ball foul that comes with an automatic 1st down, gave the Lanier Vokes new life. But boy, the Jefferson Mustangs have just got to be kicking themselves for that miscue.
Yamas is going to take it himself, picks up a big block from Torres, and just gets back to the line of scrimmage as the Mustang defense penetrated and got past the offensive line.
Marco Godinez and Adam Wynn right there on Yanez, and on live plays, the Jefferson Mustangs have been outstanding in the second half. Again, the unsportsmanlike penalty has allowed the Lanier Vokes to retain possession, but here we are again, 3rd down and 10 on the other side of the 50-yard line, though. Coach Sal Tejas might be thinking 4 downs here to move the change.
Let's see if they need it here on this 3rd and 10. Yamas out of the shotgun, drops back, looking right, firing deep along the sideline, has a receiver. The pass is dropped. He had it for just a second, could not hang on to it, and he dropped it. So that's going to bring up a 4th down. That pass intended for Jaden Green. So potentially a stop here for the Mustangs, which I think they're bringing out the punting unit, Coach.
Yeah, and 3rd down and 10, leading by 7 points. We'll see exactly what it is that Coach Tejas and the Lanier Vokes have in mind. Bobby, I think that was Justin Gutziaga over. I beg your pardon. I think that was Marco Godinez over there in coverage that separated the receiver from the pass. So we've got a break, but we're going to stay right here so that we can tell you about Matt Hake Southway 4, David Benavides, and Anthony Martinez are there waiting to help you make a deal on your next new or pre-owned car. Anthony Martinez, David Benavides, decades of experience. If you're looking for a new or a pre-owned car for yourself, maybe you've got a teen in the family that's looking for his or her first car, don't make that transaction without visiting Matt Hake Southway Ford right in the heart of Southside San Antonio. We appreciate David Benavides and Anthony Martinez for their work in our partnership. So 4th and 10, it looks like the punt team is out on the field for the Lanier Vokes. So the Mustangs hold after giving up a big unsportsmanlike penalty first down, and will eventually get the ball back if they can field the punt. The special teams have struggled this afternoon or this evening fielding the kicks.
Benassi is going to keep it himself, and he will go down, loses a yard at the 41.
It was hard to tell whether that was a called play or an improvisation. Bobby, the snap bounced in front of Benassi, and he's had one blocked. I'm going to say it wasn't even blocked. He was tackled before he could get that punt off, but maybe he heard those footsteps and took off on his own. Just judging from the blocking pattern, I don't think that was a called fake. Benassi had trouble with the snap and then just decided to improvise there. Unfortunately for the Lanier Vokes, they are at the Mustangs 40-yard line, so that, of course, the consequence for that is not as bad as they had their backs against the end zone.
Urdiales now with the football, and the Mustangs play action. The pass incomplete, just a little short. The pass was intended for Ezekiel Correa. So it brings up second down now here for the Mustangs.
We saw the Mustangs run that play in the first half. Again, a little bit of a timing route. What's curious to me was this time the route was a little bit deeper. So hard to tell whether Urdiales was expecting that slant to come in a little bit shorter than it did. He landed it in front of the receiver. So I'm going to say probably some miscommunication between quarterback and receiver on the play.
Urdiales hands it over to Davis. Davis goes up the middle and ran into a couple of Oaks where they brought him down before he picked up about 3 yards.
A wing on the right side along with a tight end, and like you see a GT, a guard tackle pull across the line, across the ball. Again, you see some lead blockers for the Mustangs, but the Lanier Vokes defense has been pretty stout tonight as well. Only giving up 6 points on the last play of the first half.
Pretty good defensive ball game.
Both ways. I'm really impressed with the defenses tonight.
Aiden Urdiales out of the shotgun with two receivers split. Fakes a handoff, rolls over to his right, hit as he threw the football, but the pass is complete to the tight end, Randy Badillo Jr. Getting his first catch of the night.
Randy Badillo Jr., namesake of the head coach, a freshman, a tight end. He's a big kid and was captain last week for the game against the Arlington Indians, but nice set of hands on young Randy Badillo.
So 4th and short here. So Coach Badillo looking this. I think they're going to go for it. Might as well. Confidence in his offense here as Urdiales. High snap. There was movement. Not sure where that first movement came from. But typically, if they stop the play, it's probably the offense, right?
It's likely offense. Of course, if the defense came across and made contact, the whistles blow either way. And
it's against the defense.
It's against the defense. And the reason that play was not allowed to continue, as you see a lot of times with defensive offsides and a free play, is that the defender obviously made contact with an offensive lineman. And in that case, the play stops right there. A 5-yard penalty. We've seen Lanier draw Jefferson over on a hard count on a play before. This time, Jefferson repaying the favor. And Coach Theus and Coach Badillo playing a chess game here tonight.
New set of downs here for the Mustangs. They keep it on the ground. Gave it to Davis, and Davis gets across the 45 to the 44. Michael Bejar, the running back for the Mustangs.
I like the GT pull. Of course, I think the Mustangs are using a slot and a tackle over from the other side of the ball coming back. A little misdirection, a little bit of a sweep, a power sweep, and Bejar making the most of that.
Coming tight formation, and it's going to be a keeper. Nice run, and loses the football, and that was John Fernandez.
And John Fernandez is going to stay on the turf here. The trainers are going to go on out to tend to him, and while they do that, we are going to take a short break. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
The San Antonio Independent School District has the resources, the staff, and the schools to take your inspiration and make it a reality. No matter where you live, what language you speak, or where you want to go, SAISD will get you there. Register now at saisd.net/enroll or call 210-554-2660.
We welcome you back here to SAISD Sports Complex, where you probably see Nicholas Torres walking off the field a little gingerly, but the good news is he's able to walk off in his own
under his own power.
Yep.
We had flags at the end of that play. It was Torres and Fernandez in a collision there at the end of the play, and then after the play and after the whistle, a couple of flags were thrown. The officials having a long conversation about it, and now Mr. Cowsey coming over to Coach Salteas to explain the call, and we'll see. After a lot of discussion, we hope that the referee will tell us what that is all about. Haven't seen a penalty marked off.
Fernandez got to the 38, and then now the ball spotted at the 23.
So that was a
15-yarder.
That was a 15-yarder. I didn't see a signal, and I didn't see the penalty getting marked off while they were tending to the injury. But a first down, the Mustangs pushing on the red zone.
Urdiales hands the ball off. That goes to Michael Behad. He gets to the 20-yard line, so a 3-yard pickup there for the Mustangs.
Mustangs keeping it on the ground. It's Coach Badillo taking over the football program from Coach Ed Cardenas, who retired last year. Coach Cardenas, you remember, it was a lot of power T and straight eye power and so forth. Coach Badillo keeping it on the ground as we're accustomed to seeing the Mustangs, but it's just from a different formation.
7th play of this drive so far. Behar gets the ball again, on the handoff. And he got right back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Actually, very methodical. We did see John Fernandez in for a couple of snaps running from a wildcat formation, and Urdiales taking back control of this offense. For the Mustangs, they're right at the edge of the red zone. 3rd down for the Mustangs.
2 receivers to the top and 1 to our near side. Urdiales rolls to his right side, has to take it himself, and he'll get just past the line of scrimmage and into the red zone, right at this 17-yard line. But that, I believe, is going to bring up a 4th down.
A bootleg action for Urdiales, and another flag is going to be thrown here, and the manner in which it was thrown tells me unsportsmanlike conduct. Boy, you can tell sometimes by the way the flag is thrown. Unsportsmanlike conduct both ways, the official calls it. That will offset, and the situation will be unchanged. What happens there, though, is on your second unsportsmanlike conduct, you get ejected from a game, and I didn't see any ejections there, but you got to be careful. You can't pile them up. The penalty, even though the official marked unsportsmanlike conduct both ways, the penalty is getting marked off against the Lanier Vokes. So either something wrong with the signal or something wrong with the mark off. The referee going to the umpire and telling him that maybe informing him that was an offsetting situation. Yeah, let's come on back. I think it was at the 17-yard line. So that was unsportsmanlike both ways. It was fourth down. It was fourth down. The down marker's showing first down over there, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, there it is, fourth down. So unsportsmanlike the Volks way, unsportsmanlike the Mustangs way, offsets. Situation's unchanged. Fourth down, ball resting at the 17. Big play. Points have been hard to come by.
Well, Coach, I'm glad you're up here to help explain penalties.
They're challenging me.
So, in the red zone, Mustangs have had a few opportunities in the red zone.
Well, you just have to keep composure. These games are very. When you play SAISD against SAISD, every week is a rivalry.
Yeah.
These are intense rivalries, and these series go back a long way. A lot of community pride, but you just have to stay focused on the purpose that you're here and not let the emotions get the best of you. And you heard Coach Badillo tell us before the game, the team that makes a fewer mistakes is going to win this one.
All right, here we go. Uriales out of the shotgun. He's going to take it himself. Here comes several Volks, and they've got him in the backfield. A loss. Turnover on downs. Lanier gets the football right back. They're going to be at their own 24-yard line.
Bobby, that was big. Number 44, Devin Gomez, junior defensive lineman who chased Fernandez down, who was back in there as a Wildcat back, but unable to convert on 4th and 5. So the ball goes over. A long drive. How many plays was that drive?
8 plays, Coach.
8-play drive, and again, nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Consolation is that the Mustangs did flip the field and forcing the Lanier Volks to come out from their own 22.
Llamas hands the ball off. Let's check to see, was that Torres?
It ran like Torres. Wasn't sure. I saw that. Yeah, number 1. I believe that's Torres.
Yes, Torres. He limped off the field earlier, so I was concerned whether or not he was going to make it back, and he certainly is back.
He looks healthy. He looked healthy on that run. Got up from the turf and kind of walked gingerly back to the huddle, but he looked just fine with the ball in his hands.
5-yard pickup there for Nicolas Torres. 2nd down and 5 for the Volks. Torres will get the call again. Trying to extend the play, but the defense in the backfield making the big stop. He'll get some forward progress. He was tackled at the 20, but they'll spot him down at the 24.
Damian Ramirez first on the scene and tackle for a loss. He'll get credit for on that play. 1 minute and about 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. This has been a fast-moving ball game as there have not been very many penalties, and the ball has been on the ground for most of the game. Here we go, 3rd and long for the Volks. We've seen them go to the running back out of the backfield in previous situations.
4-yard loss on that previous play. Llamas trying to stretch it out. Just doesn't have any room to run as the Mustang defense. And it's been pretty much the same all night long with defenses here.
The defenses have been impressive. I'm waiting for a number there for the Mustangs. Number 75, Julian Calvario. On pursuit as Llamas was trying to cut back against the grain, but Calvario was not going to have anything to do with that and tackled Llamas there after a very, very short gain. And, you know, the Mustangs defense has been, they've both been very, very good. The Mustangs defense in the second half has been outstanding. And, you know, take away that unsportsmanlike call that,
almost had that one blocked. Fernandez going to walk away from that one. But it's going to take a huge bounce for Lanier as the ball rolls down to the Mustang 21-yard line with 24 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Another fast-moving quarter here.
You can't blame Fernandez for backing away from that, but what a Lanier Volks bounce the punt took. That was about a 17-yard punt. Bob, I've seen punts that don't go 17 yards. That one went 17 yards after it landed, and that was very beneficial for the Lanier Volks.
So the Mustangs will have the football with 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Still trailing 13-6, as difficult as it has been for the Mustangs to get into the end zone, they are still in this ball game. This time it's Davis. Davis finds a little bit of running room on the right side. He gets to the 27 or 28-yard line. We'll call it the 29, actually. 7-yard pickup there for Davis.
Mustangs want to run another play here before the third quarter expires, and maybe it's a hard count.
That hard count, sometimes.
Nobody moved, but the umpire throwing the flag, and again, sure looks like an unsportsmanlike flag thrown there. When they go straight up, well, in this case, it's a delay of game
on the defense,
which is somewhat confusing to me because there were only 16 seconds left.
But it's on the defense.
Okay, on the defense. Okay, that is that's the end of the third quarter. We'll come back after the third quarter, and I'll explain that call. Yvette Diaz, we welcome her to our sponsorship team, Soul, Rose, Medicare, and Legacy. She will help you make the right decision with a Medicare policy. If you're eligible now or going to be eligible soon, get this phone number down. Those of you who are on Medicare know that it's a situation where you can evaluate at the end of every year. And if you like what you have, stay with it. If you don't, you can change it. But you have a choice every year at the end of the year to change your policy. Yvette Day is studying these studying policies all day long. You need her in your corner when you're making this decision. It can get complicated. Yvette will help you know what your options are, and everybody has different needs, and needs can get pretty specific. She can find the plan that is best for you. Phone number's right there. If you don't have a number, come back. All these games are archived, and find this spot in our stream. And
if that's too much trouble, you could just shoot us a DM.
Shoot us a DM. We'll get there. You go. Well, a delay of game against the defense, Bobby. A lot of times the defense is calling out the signals, or defense is trying to confuse the offense by calling out a signal, and that is called a delay of game by the defense.
Thanks for straightening that one out for us, Coach. Here come the Mustangs. Davis gets wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yards on that one.
So we are in the fourth quarter now. The Vokes up 13-6.
2-yard loss on that one.
Reese Robinson at the tech table tonight for the first time. Used the operating camera. Doing a great job, Reese. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking that tech table. Sebastian Castro, Isaiah Castro on the cameras tonight.
Rudiales hands it off to Michael Behad, and he'll go down as soon as he got the handoff. Another loss there, so Mustangs going backwards. So third down and about 14 for the Mustangs.
In their two victories, the Lanier Vokes held Corpus Christi King to 7 points in a 20-7 win, and held Memorial to 14 in a 55-14 win. So the Vokes have shown up before. The Vokes defense has shown up before. They're certainly here tonight.
Aiden Udiales drops back, has plenty of time. Looking down the sideline, was looking for his receiver, John Fernandez. That pass is incomplete, so that will bring up a fourth down. Another stop by the Mustang defense.
And that was number 4 for Lanier, Alex De La Rosa, a junior cornerback, kind of running John Fernandez out of bounds, and really no chance to make that play. Good coverage by the Vokes cornerback, Alex De La Rosa.
Marco Godinez, the punter for the Mustangs. Back to receive. That ball will bounce out of bounds.
And this time an advantageous bounce for the Jefferson Mustangs.
Jaden Green was back to receive that.
Bobby Superior Tax.
Oh, yes.
Owner, founder of the
can I help
company.
you?
Did somebody say taxes? Bobby Mendez, owner and founder of Superior Tax. Also one of our sponsors from the very beginning.
The Lanier Volks will take over from their own 34. Little play action. Pass is caught by Green, and Green gets across the 40, battled all the way to the 43.
Jaden Green, I'm going to say that every one of those yards was on his own. Boy, he got contacted as soon as he touched the ball, but somehow managed a 9-yard gain out of that. And that was a big first down play for the Volks, leading by 7 points here, 13-6. We're under the 10-minute mark.
Ball spotted at the 42. Mustangs come in with a blitz. And somehow Torres escaped the defenders and picked up a first down and got the ball to midfield on an 8-yard pickup.
So move the chains for the Lanier Volks as they get to midfield. And again, this is where time of possession really counts. And if you can keep that ball out of the Mustangs' hands as they are trailing by 7 points, that's about the best defense that, your offense is about the best defense that you can provide here.
Lanier back to the line of scrimmage, right at midfield. They have 2 receivers to the top and 1 at the bottom. Yamas keeps it himself, and he'll pick up a couple of yards as he gets into Mustang territory at the 47.
Directing traffic, Yamas was trying to direct his receiver beyond the cornerback that had him covered, but no go there. And again, the Mustangs' pursuit has been good all night long. It was good on that play as well. A short gain for the Volks.
They needed 2. They picked up 3. Second down and 8. Torres gets the call. Torres up the left side and follows his offensive line and some across the 40 to the 38.
Pick up the first down on that run.
Did somebody say offensive line for the Lanier Volks? It's Andrew Viella, Braylon Aguilar, Israel Luna, Aaron Cáceres, and Isel Garza doing the heavy lifting here for the Lanier Volks in the fourth quarters. They're trying to hold on to the ball and score, of course, but trying to hold on to the ball as long as possible.
Cash Yamas, play action, keeps it himself. Gets across the line of scrimmage, but barely, and that Mustang defense.
Looked like the Volks had a slant called on the play, and there wasn't a whole lot of places that Yamas could check down to, and decided to get out of that play in a hurry, tucked and ran. But the Mustangs right there with them. The Mustangs a lot of time. It looks like it's not a hard pin your ears back kind of rush, but it's kind of like a read rush, holding at the line of scrimmage. And expecting, wanting your DBs to stay in coverage, but not a whole lot of places for Yamas to run when the play breaks down.
Yamas gets it to Torres, and Torres somehow gets it to the 36, so a yard pickup.
Damian Ramirez, the tackler on the play, called his name a few times tonight.
Coming up on the 8th play of this drive.
The Volks scoring on a 10-play drive and on a 13-play drive.
Coach, they've got this ball in the third quarter. No.
To begin the third quarter.
To begin the third, yeah.
I think the Mustangs ran a play and then punted, and so they
got it at 10:20. I don't know.
Of the fourth quarter, 10:23 of the fourth quarter.
That's right.
And so we're coming down to about the 6:23 mark. That would be a 4-minute drive so far, and minutes are precious here for the Volks, who are already down by 1 touchdown. Giving up a 2-touchdown deficit here would be tough.
And the Mustangs defense comes up huge and makes a big stop to cause another turnover on downs, and the Volks could not convert.
Couldn't convert on the 4th and short. They let Yamas get the call, and again, the defensive, the front seven have just been very, very impressive. The pursuit and gap coverage for the Mustangs has just been really good. And anytime, anytime that a play breaks down, it just seems like the Mustangs' pursuit is there to stifle the play. 6 minutes and 16 seconds left to play. I don't know how many more possessions the Mustangs can have in 6 minutes of a game. So this is a crucial possession for the Mustangs.
Mustangs, left side rolling out. Pass is caught and hit immediately. No, it's incomplete.
John Fernandez over on the far sideline, and he was open for, just a second before the Vokes converged on him, separating him from the football, the incomplete pass, and still 10 yards to get to the line to gain here for the Mustangs.
So this now a sense of urgency, as you're saying, Coach, a very big possession here for the Mustangs. 2nd down from their own 29. Toss to the right side. Michael Behar gets it. There's some flags on the play. But Behar still on his feet as he keeps those legs turning.
It's that lower body just churning out almost a 5-yard gain after he was contacted, but all for naught. The referee behind the Mustangs offense is calling holding against the Mustangs. So that'll be a big 10-yard penalty. As much as the Mustangs have been relying on the ground game, you're talking about 2nd down and 20. That's a steep hill, and I don't know that that's a hill that the Mustangs have climbed yet this evening. But here we go. That's the situation. Right at the 6-minute mark, the Mustangs trailing by 7, and now the down marker being moved back 10 yards, a 2nd down and 20.
Ball now at the 19-yard line. Mustangs line up. 2 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to our near side. Aiden Uriales rolls out to the short side of the field. Pressure's coming from all over. Pressure was coming from the right side, from the back side, and the Lanier Vokes make the stop, bringing up 4th down.
Great coverage again by the Lanier Vokes defensive backs. Over here, number 2, over there on the far sideline. Jazavian Lloyd in great coverage. They're down in 20.
Big 3rd down here for the Mustangs. Trips to our near side, rolling right side. Uriales fires it. Pass intercepted and taken away. Flags all over the place. Ball was intercepted by Brian Sanchez. But again, flags, several flags.
Several flags, Bobby, and unless I missed one of the flags, I think all of the flags came after the interception, and if I saw that correctly, that means that the Lanier Vokes will retain possession and the penalty will be marked off. They may be moved back a little bit, but if the infractions occurred after the penalty occurred, it will still be the Lanier Vokes ball.
Awaiting the call from the official, and here it comes.
Illegal block on the return by the Vokes. Still their ball. Move the line of scrimmage back 10 yards, but the big thing here is that the Vokes have the ball, only 4 minutes and 42 seconds left to play, and we've seen how they can turn minutes off the clock here. The Mustangs defense probably task at hand is a 3 and out. If the Lanier Vokes are able to get a 1st down, estimating about 2 minutes every fresh set of downs that you get, and the Mustangs might be able to give up a timeout. I mean, give up a 1st down and still get the ball back, but a couple of timeouts should seal the deal for the Vokes.
Under center, Yamas Hands it over to Torres. Torres got caught from behind the line of scrimmage, but managed to sneak away and pick up a couple of yards. The Lanier Volks with 2 timeouts remaining in this game, and the Mustangs have all 3 of theirs. And, of course, each team gets the 2-minute warning break, so you can add 1 more timeout to those teams with the 2-minute warning. Yamas to Torres. Torres running out of room, and he'll take a loss on that one. The stop made by Michael Behar. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down for Lanier. So another big defensive stop there for the Mustangs. But we do have a player down, so let's take a quick break. You're watching high school football on RC Audio Sports 2.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
Damian Ramirez is the Mustang coming off the field. Still plenty of time here, and a big stop needed for the Mustangs to try and get this ball back. So we'll see what Coach Saez has dialed up here for the Volks. Trying to convert this 3rd down and 10.
And officials timeout. Looking over the Lanier Volks sideline, I think we're going to have a clock adjustment as they're looking up to the press box, and from 3:42 moving it up to 3:50. 8 seconds might make a difference here in this tight ball game. And now the Mustangs are going to call a timeout.
They'll take their first timeout of the half. We'll take it with them. You are watching high school football on RC Audio Sports 2.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Texas, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Get ready. Grab it, let's go. Go, Victor. Go.
Back at action here from SAISD Sports Complex. Big 3rd down here for the Mustangs. Needing to make a stop. There's a long pass on the sideline. The pass is caught, but there's flags on the play. The pass is caught at the 15-yard line.
Little bit of a push away right before the reception. Of course, the officials now use wireless for their communication. And, yeah, just as we saw it up here, offensive interference against the Lanier Volks receiver. So that
was
catch will
Brian
not count.
Sanchez.
So he's used to some contact. He plays back here in the defensive backfield. At that time, just a little bit of a shove to create some space between him and the defender. He made the catch, but that's a 15-yard penalty that will move the line of scrimmage back to the Lanier Volk 42-yard line. Still 3rd down, And here you got to think that Coach Days is not necessarily thinking about a first down, but let's move that ball up just a little bit. And we can flip the field on the punt. Certainly ball security here. You want to be very, very careful with the football. Don't turn it over on your side of the 50-yard line.
And if you're the Mustangs, you don't want to give them too much. Another pass, same play, same route, pass. Is
hard to see the signal. Incomplete. There you go.
So the Mustangs hang on, making a stop, forcing the Lanier Vokes to punt.
Boy, another opportunity. A good defense keeps you in the game. They just keep you in the game, and here you just ready to but to say that the dagger has been inserted and the game is over, but the Jefferson Mustangs defense step up again, having used only one timeout. They're going to give the ball. They're going to get the ball back to their offense. Their offense is going to have a 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts to call.
Ball is kicked out of bounds and will bounce out. The ball will be spotted at the Mustang 36-yard line, and the ball is in their hands, Coach, with 3:28 to go. So this is the Mustangs game right here.
It's been defense. It's been the defense that has shined for both teams, and now it's the Lanier Vokes defense that's out there on the field trying to preserve a 7-point lead with 3.5 minutes left to play. The Mustangs have had a couple of good drives and lost possession one time in the red zone, but so they've been able to move the ball, just haven't been able to score much.
The pressure is on here for the Mustangs. Handoff goes to Davis, and Davis gets tripped up right past the line of scrimmage, and no gain.
Coach Badillo of the Mustangs and offensive coordinator Jacob Delgado being patient with it, and this is what's worked for us, and this is our identity, and we are going to keep the ball on the ground. We feel like we've got plenty of time, is what their mindset is.
How patient were they in the last drive of the second
Exactly,
quarter?
good point. Excellent point. Scoring on the very last play of the first half.
2 receivers split to each side for Uriales.
And the Mustangs are going to have to use a timeout here.
2:46 to go here in this ball game, and what a pressure situation this is for this young Mustang team.
A pressure situation. You've got to feel like this is not the timeout that the Mustangs wanted to use, but when you've got no margin for error and you see a lineup that you don't exactly like, or perhaps they saw something on the Lanier Vokes defense that was going to be disadvantageous to their play call, and they decided let's rethink this. Now with a timeout, Bobby, if you're the Lanier Vokes, you're thinking that the Mustangs given a timeout, this is a time where you can talk about, one of those razzle-dazzle last chapter kind of plays that you have. Might be a little bit early to have that one, but since you have to use a timeout, maybe, this is when you've got to be ready for a double pass or a toss pass or some kind of a reverse. The Vokes have got to really be ready for some type of a razzle-dazzle play.
Uriales and Behad in the backfield. Behad gets the call, and he'll go up the middle, and he goes down.
No razzle or dazzle on that play. The ball goes to Behad, and a few yards gained. Again, you got to figure in this, with 2.5 minutes left to play and trailing, you got to expect that it's 4-down territory. Why would you want to punt the ball away with under 2 minutes to play? So don't have to move the chains here, but you've got to move them shortly. You're still 62 yards away from the line that gives you 6 points.
See if they get this play off before the 2-minute warning. 2 seconds, they do. Pass is dropped. I don't know if he was expecting to pass that quickly.
I don't know if he was expecting the contact that quickly. The Mustang receiver is going to stay on the turf, and the trainers will be out to check on him. While they do that, we're going to take a break. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports 2 YouTube channel.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
Been in a crash? It's illegal for lawyers to contact you first. If yours did, it could ruin your case. Don't trust law firms that break the law. Choose Martinez & Associates, voted San Antonio's best law firm 3 years in a row. After you've been in a crash, go with the law firm you can trust. Call Martinez & Associates. With us, it's personal.
Call 210-337-1111. That's 210-337-1111.
At San Antonio ISD, parents and students have a choice to pick the best schools, a choice to take programs that explore a student's interests, and a choice to grow while keeping the future in mind. With so many options to best fit a student's needs, why go anywhere else? Choose SAISD.
Apply now at saisd.net/enroll or call 210-554-2660 for more information.
Back in action here as the Mustangs convert. Huge play. The pass is caught. Brought down at the 12, and he might be getting called for a horse collar on that one. But the catch was made by Dylan Caffey. We haven't said his name all game long, and he came up big for the Mustangs.
What a play for the Jefferson Mustangs. 4th and 10. Last gasp effort, and boy, they convert, and then it looked like a horse collar at the end of the play. The receiver was tackled at the 18-yard line. That'll be half the distance. It's going to the 9-yard line.
You know, the Mustangs, right before the expiration of the second quarter, they had called their timeout with 3 seconds left to go, dialed up play, got into the end zone to finish off the first half of play. Had a timeout just a moment ago and drew up a spectacular one.
On the big play, the got a personal foul.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer's decline, but a horse collar here at the end of the play is going to be assessed. So half the distance to the goal line. If they had taken the roughing the passer, the ball would be out here at about midfield. But 2 penalties to choose from. Jefferson picks the one that's most advantageous. But on that last play, the Mustangs sent a couple of receivers on 2 different levels, and they have one a little bit deeper. That one receiver a little bit deeper occupying the prevent side of the defense, and Brian Sanchez, and then another receiver coming in underneath, and Urdiales.
And I don't think we've had the 2-minute warning just yet. Because
that play started on this side of the 2-minute warning?
Yeah, so the play got off at about 2:02, right before the 2-minute warning. So the Mustangs might have some more time here to think this over.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Bobby, I don't think that the 2-minute warning was. I don't think we had a 2-minute warning in the first half.
So that play would have right after this play should be the 2-minute.
Should be the 2-minute warning.
So if they don't, then we don't have a 2-minute.
We don't have one tonight.
So no 2-minute warning. Here we go. The Mustangs knocking on the door, trailing by 6. Excuse me. By 7.
Trailing by 7, Bobby. So the touchdown is going to still be a point shy. The Mustangs who scored on the final play of the second quarter, and now we're in the fourth. And if Coach Badillo has his way, he's going to certainly want to score on the final play of the fourth quarter. Clock ticking.
Urdiales keeps it himself. Finds a way, gets up the field, and gets down to the 1.
Got a flag over here on the near sideline, so let's take a look at that and see if who that's going to be assessed against.
Well, I anticipate a lot of the SAISD school games being close like this.
False start, Bob, against the Mustangs, so no gain on the play, and actually a 5-yard loss after the penalty is assessed. believe that was second down, so we'll replay second down.
So second and
it'll be second and
goal.
9.
No, 9?
Second and goal from the 9-yard
Yes.
line.
Back to where they started from.
All the way back to the 10. I thought the previous line of scrimmage was a 4, but hard to tell from this angle.
Mustangs with a few more opportunities here. Just not enough time. A minute to go. Under a minute. $30 out of the shotgun. Bayard gets the call. Feeling his way through the offensive line. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Jefferson. Boy, oh boy, the Mustangs pulling it out. Pulling the rabbit out of the hat there.
Well, waiting until the final minute of the first half and the second half to score a swinging gate
this
here.
This is important here.
This is a swinging gate, so if they go for one, they're going for the tie, and here comes the platoon exchange here. It looks like the Mustangs are going to line up for a 1-point extra point conversion. It looks that way. Lanier having some trouble substituting as well, counting quickly, 11 on that side, 11 on this side.
Ronaldo Perez Mendez gets it. This game is tied up at 13 with 44 seconds remaining in this ball game.
Oh my goodness. High school football at the SAISD Sports Complex.
We'll keep it right here.
We're going to keep it right here. 13-13 is the score. 44 seconds left to play in regulation. And as you know, games at the high school level don't end in a tie anymore. And so if this game ends tied, we will have overtime.
All started with the Dylan Caffey big catch on the 4th down conversion. They get in deep into Lanier territory, and Michael Behar willed his way into the end zone, and we have a tied ball game here.
The Mustangs scoring in the second quarter as time expired, scoring in the fourth quarter with 44 seconds left to play. Good old-fashioned SAISD football. On RC Audio Sports 2, we're privileged to stream every game that's played here at the complex.
Talk about pressure, Coach. Ronaldo Perez Mendez needing that 1 point. They got it. Those kicks aren't always automatic.
Oh, they're not. And the as that kick goes, speaking of kicks not being automatic, that one goes through the end zone, so it'll come back out to the 25-yard line. But the Mustangs were unable to convert on their extra point attempt after their first touchdown, and that's why they were down. That's why they were down by 7. 13-6 was the score. But there was a lot of subbing back and forth, so a lot of moving parts on that PAT. It's on the scoreboard. It's 1 point, but a lot of moving parts to get the right personnel in for the swinging gate and then for the extra point conversion.
All right, let's see what Lanier's got. They've got to travel 75 yards in under 45 seconds. Yamas, time, rolls out right, has a wide receiver wide open. He is going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Lanier. 1 play, 1 catch, 1 long run, 75 yards. Urialis to his receiver. The Lanier fans are on their feet.
The bleachers are rocking over here. We're on the home side where the Lanier fans are sitting, and the bleachers are rocking.
And now the extra point attempt here for Lanier, as Axel Seha will try. No, it was a bad snap. But there were flags on the play. The catch was made by Jaden Green in the end zone. That was the receiver he was going to a couple of times on those long passes along the sideline and wasn't able to connect, but connected right at the right time. But again, there was a flag on the play. It was a bad snap to start.
19 points in almost 47 minutes, and then add another 13 in the final minute, in the final 44 seconds. Oh my gosh, talk about a turn of events.
It only took 14 seconds for Lanier to score that 75-yard pass completion to Green. Axel Ceja. Nope.
Timeout. Coach Tejas wants to think about maybe a 2-point conversion here. Up by 6. And to think about this.
Well, he has had trouble on the snap and the hold. So
you got to expect that these coaches know their teams and their abilities, and what their own analytics show on the possibility of that extra point of a 2-point conversion or a 1-point conversion. Generally speaking, and with a 6-point lead here late in the game, you go ahead and take your 1-point conversion. But again, I don't think anybody knows this team better than Coach Tejas, and he's going to have to reevaluate the decision here. Of course, the penalty kind of changes the calculus as you move half the distance to the yard line. You're not snapping at the 3, but just a yard and a half out. So that changes the calculus as well. Missing
the main guy.
Missing the main guy.
Still plenty of time, though, on the play clock. Yamas will take it himself, finds a gap and gets in. The 2-point conversion is good.
Late to the party, but celebrates the party nonetheless. Yamas takes a snap and right into the end zone from a yard and a half away. A 2-point conversion increases the lead now to 8. To 21-13 is the score. And don't go away. The Volks only needed 14 seconds. They're 30 seconds on the clock. The Mustangs might score twice.
Yeah.
What a game.
What a way to start off the week in high school football. What a way to start
district
play. Yeah.
Exactly right. RC Audio Sports 2 will stream every game played here at the SAISD Sports Complex. We cannot thank the SAISD enough for trusting us with this task. Senior Executive Athletic Director Fred Anthony, Jerry Gonzalez, the Director of Athletics, and the Assistant Director of Athletics, Albert Torres.
Jose Ceja boots it. That'll land. Be picked up at the 8. Here come the Mustangs along the sideline. They get knocked out of bounds.
Oh, boy, he had a seam, and I'd be remiss if I left off Coach Jesse Monreal from that list, who is also in the Department of Athletics, supervises this complex and the hospitality that he shows us every night that we show up. Again, just love working with SAISD. And
it's like a second home here.
It's a second home. Beautiful complex as well. We haven't talked much about that tonight, but just a beautiful complex. Every time we drive up, it's just so impressive. 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, 2 football fields / football. But just just perfectly proportioned, I think, for a lot of the games that we stream from here.
Get a great view of the Tower of America to our left. Somewhat of a skyline view.
Somewhat.
All right, here we go. The Mustangs needing something big. The play out of the timeout. incomplete. So that brings up second down. 20 seconds remaining in this ball game.
I think it's just my old defensive instincts coming into play here. But again, that sure looked like some type of a hook and ladder or catch and lateral pass there. So again, if you're the Lanier Vokes and thinking defensively, you don't want to come up on first touch. You kind of want to sit right where you are, and you've got a lot of yards that you can give away before any of those yards count for a touchdown.
Lanier only rushing 3 linemen now. Rolling left side. Rudiales has to take it himself, and he gets knocked out of bounds just inside the 20. So that's going to bring up a third down here.
The officials do give Rudiales the benefit of the doubt of going out of bounds. That was certainly an interesting call, because if your forward possession stops before you go out of bounds, you're not out of bounds. You're not stopping the clock. But the official saw it as Rudiales was still making forward progress. 13 seconds left to play.
4 wide receiver set now here for Rudiales. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Rolling right side. Gets rid of it. Ball overthrown. He was looking for John Fernandez, but brings up 4th down. So the Mustangs got to design something here that will get them into the end zone. Or, man, I don't even know.
It. No, this is the last play of the game. 4th down, and 72 yards away. I can't imagine that you can run 2 plays in under 7 seconds. They do have a timeout, maybe something short, quick and short, but I don't know why you would be calling that here in this situation.
Rudiales trying to keep the Mustangs alive. Fires a pass, is incomplete, nearly intercepted, but that's it. Time will expire. Lanier will come away with the win after a very big late play, a 75-yard touchdown pass from Rudiales. To Jaden Green to seal the deal for Lanier Vokes. We thank you for tuning in and watching as the Lanier Vokes get their first district win. The Mustangs will stay winless. 21-13 our score. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our Martinez and Associates Players of the Game. Keep it right here. We'll be right back.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Texas, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Been in a crash? It's illegal for lawyers to contact you first. If yours did, it could ruin your case. Don't trust law firms that break the law. Choose Martinez and Associates, voted San Antonio's best law firm 3 years in a row. After you've been in a crash, go with the law firm you can trust. Call Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
Call 210-337-1111. That's 210-337-1111.
We welcome you back here to SAISD Sports Complex, where the Lanier Vokes just defeated the Jefferson Mustangs 21-13. And now it's time for the Martinez and Associates Players of the Game. And they will come, of course, from the Lanier Vokes side. On the defensive side, we're going to go with number 44, Devin Gomez. So congratulations to you, Devin Gomez. You're the Martinez and Associates Defensive Player of the Game. And for the Offensive Player of the Game, brought to you by Martinez and Associates, it's going to go to none other than quarterback Cash Yamas, as he will be the Offensive Player of the Game, and that's sponsored by Martinez and Associates. And that's going to do it here for our broadcast here from SAISD Sports Complex. For our entire crew, Reese Robinson, Isaiah Sebastian, and Arissa Castro. Coach Villafranca, I'm Bobby Mendez. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.